Where do you take it from there?
Well, I think Lilly would pitch, and if they need someone to go early or long, I think Wojtaszek pitches tomorrow, and I think Rivera pitches tomorrow.
Here's McEwing, and the pitch is inside, 1-0. McEwing's 1 for 4, struck out 3 times, and in the third inning, he singled to center.
And I think Stanton pitches tomorrow and Choate.
So they can somehow work it. Obviously, they'd like Randy Kiesel to give them a decent outing.
That, too.
That would make all of that obsolete if he pitches well. The 1-0 to McEwing is fouled away right side. Makes the seats out of play, and the count 1-1. Well, Armando Benitez gets up for the Mets alongside Turk Wendell, 2 right-handers. So Benitez comes in if the Mets score. And maybe they bring in Wendell if the Mets don't score. I don't think they'll go with Franco for second inning.
No, and Mike, the Yankees have right-hand hitters coming up. So you would figure it's Wendell, if they don't score, to face Spencer, Brocious, and Soriano.
1-1 is fouled away, upper deck on the right side, 1-2. Buster Olney, who keeps track of these things, he's the writer for the New York Times, has been keeping a running total, John. You'll be stunned by this. Mariano's given up 26 hits this year. And he's broken 27 bats.
But it doesn't surprise me, especially when a left-hand hitter is up.
No, I thought that Buster would keep track of such things. I didn't think that surprised you either.
No.
The 1-2 is dribbled down the first baseline, but foul, grabbed by Tino in foul territory. Still 1-2.
You know, when Mariano pitches, he gives up the darndest hits. He gives up very few hits, by the way. But that would be one of them. Under normal conditions, Tino happens to be playing near first and want to cut off the double. But also, with Mariano, he hits you on the fist, and the ball sprays off in different angles. And there, a right-hand hitter, McEwing, hit a dribbling ground ball right over the bag at first, happened to go foul.
Rivera from the stretch. And the 1-2. Swung and a miss. He struck him out on a high fastball. You know, the Mets can't lay off that pitch. Up and down the lineup, they hack at that high fastball. So the golden sombrero for McEwing. He struck out 4 times.
Mike, I didn't say it, but I knew he was going to throw a high fastball, and I knew McEwing would swing at it. He is a very aggressive swinger at the plate. He and Payton and Ordonez really swing at pitches, especially high fastballs.
Here's Jesse Relaford. He's 1 for 3 with a walk and a stolen base. He singled to left. That was in the third. So 2 outs, top of the 10th inning. Yankees nothing, Mets nothing. And the pitch by Rivera is fouled off the mask of Posada. Kicks off to the third base side. The count 0-1. I'd say of the 55,000 people, there might be about 48,000 left. Some people, for some reason, have left. A lot of seats open behind the Yankee dugout. A lot of seats open now in the wings of the right field upper deck. The 0-1 is punched out toward left field. That is a base hit. Dunks in. Cutting over toward the line is Spencer. He fields. A big turn by Relaford. The throw comes into second. Relaford heads back to first, so a 2-out single. And that gives an at-bat to Edgardo Alfonso.
Well, that ball was in the middle of the plate where Mariano didn't want it. But give credit to Relaford. He puts the bat on the ball, and he punched that ball the other way. He's a left-hander, and he's punched it, put it in play, and lined it to left. So here is, again, a big hitter, only because Piazza's up next. If Alfonso gets on, Piazza gets a crack at it with 2 men on base.
And Alfonso's 0 for 4. Struck out looking, popped to short, grounded a short fly to right. Rivera sets and flips over to first, and Relaford's back. So the base hit, the Mets 7th. Messina gave up 6. Wojtaszek did not give up a hit, although he walked 2. Yankee pitchers have now struck out 14 Mets. Alfonso 2 for 5 lifetime against Rivera. And the pitch is a fastball inside. Alfonso spins out of the way, and the count 1-0. Wendell and Benitez continue to throw. Top of the 10th inning, Yankees nothing and the Mets nothing. On a lovely Saturday afternoon in New York City. Brocious almost standing on the line at third, guarding against the extra base hit. The 1-0 is a strike, 1-1. Now, John, I question that. See if you follow me on this. What's the likelihood of Alfonso pulling a Mariano Rivera fastball?
Not good.
You would think that if he hits the ball on the ground left side, it would be in the hole. It wouldn't be down the line.
Of course, the answer to that is not the same damage.
Right.
Ground ball down the line, Relaford might score, and that's what they're protecting.
1-1. Fastball high as Mariano climbs the ladder. 94-mile-an-hour heater, and the count 2-1. Alfonso steps down to look at third base coach John Stearns. Mookie Wilson doing the honors in the first base coaching box. Rivera peers in from the sign, or for the sign from Posada. Runner goes. The 2-1 is a strike. The throw to second is not in time. You know what? Andy Fletcher forgot how many strikes there were? Because he punched out Alfonso as if he had struck out. He went into the histrionics of a strike 3, and he thought that that was it. The throw was high, and a head-first slide by Relaford, so he's in scoring position.
So another stolen base for Relaford, and he has 2. Now, 9 on the year. Now, the Yankees had a chance to get him, but Posada's throw was way high. So here, the outfield now shortens up a step or 2. Because a base hit would give the Mets a run.
And the 2-2 popped up foul behind the plate, out of play, and the count still 2-2. Now with the 2 strikes and a runner at second, well, Brocious plays his normal third base because what John was saying, now there would be damage if the ball goes through the left side.
Heavy damage.
The Mets 5 for 77 in their last 9 games with runners in scoring position. 1 for 7 today. They have just not been getting the big hit. Let's see if they get it here. The 2-2 foul back to the screen. A fastball inside. The count still 2-2.
And I'll show you about numbers. You know, the Mets added 1 today on the good side, but didn't score a run. That's when Piazza was at second and went to third on the Zeal signal because he didn't get a good jump. So there they got a base hit, but didn't score the run. It didn't seem like a tremendous thing at the time. Boy, was it a tremendous thing. We're in the 10th, scoreless.
Relaford a big lead at second. Then the 2-2 way outside, backhanded by Posada. 3-2. Now first base is open, but that's the last thing you want to do. If you walk Alfonso, then you put the game into the bat of Mike Piazza. And the 3-2. Low and away, he walked him. So first and second, 2 outs, and here is Mike Piazza. And this is a matchup that ended the World Series last year. Piazza crushed a Rivera fastball. Rivera kind of cringed on the mound, thinking that it was gone into the Shea Stadium night. But Bernie Williams ran it down, made the catch, and then went down on one knee and prayed as the Yankees celebrated. And that was the final out of the 2000 Subway Series.
Mike Piazza.
Well, Posada talks on the hill with Rivera as they go over what they want to do with Piazza. This is obviously the game of the week on Fox, the national game, and boy, are they seeing a beauty. It is scoreless in the 10th, and now Rivera and Piazza with Relaford at second base. Alfonso at first. A base hit would give the Mets the lead and bring in Benitez to try to close it out. Jeter comes in to have a word with Rivera. Rivera got the first 2 men out easily, a soft grounder and a strikeout, but Relaford got the big hit, a single, and stole second. Then Alfonso walked, and now here is Piazza.
Piazza today 0 for 2, an intentional walk and a double. And the pitch. Fastball strike, ported right over the middle, taking all the way 0-1. Yankees nothing, Mets nothing. We're in the top of the 10th inning. Bonus Cantos. Here comes Mel Stoudemire to talk with Rivera. A lot of discussion. John, you think at all they might be toying with the idea of putting him on, loading the bases, and dealing with Timo Perez?
You know, I hadn't even thought of that. And we know that happened in the World Series. Bobby Cox did it to Bernie.
Yep.
He walked him and that loaded the bases, and the Yankees then got Wade Boggs, the last player they had. They saved Boggs. They wouldn't even in for the pitcher. And they saved Boggs, and he came up against Steve Avery and drew the walk that gave the Yankees that game. Well, it was some game, wasn't it?
That might have been one of the best World Series games.
That and the next one, though, that was the Leyritz game. Well, everyone's had their say, and now Rivera continues to work against Piazza 0-1.
Relaford off second, Alfonso off first. And the pitch. There's a cutter outside, 1-1. He checks his swing. They check with first base umpire Fieldon Culberth, and they said yes, he did check it. Piazza hitting just .219 with runners in scoring position today. In his career, a .324 hitter in these situations. Trying to break the tie here in the 10th inning. And the 1-1 is punched out toward right field, a base hit for Piazza. Rounding third and heading home is Relaford. He will score. Moving to third is Alfonso. The throw comes into Martinez. An RBI single for Mike Piazza. And the scoreless tie is broken. The Mets lead 1-0 here in the top of the 10th.
Good job of hitting by Piazza because he didn't take much of a cut. He put the bat on the ball and sprayed it to right field. And so the key hit in this game, 2 outs and no one on. Desi Relaford got the base hit. And the Mets built the first run of the game. It was a fastball over the middle, and Piazza kind of swung inside out and sprayed it to right field for the first run of the game. So it's 1-0 Mets. And now here is Timo Perez, a left-hand hitter.
Brocious in on the grass at third. First and third, 2 outs. And the pitch to Perez is sliced foul down the left field line. And that'll make the seats out of play, so the count 0-1. Perez, .254 this year, 2 home runs and 18 runs batted. He broke his bat. So now they are tied, 28 hits and 28 broken bats. A big base hit for Piazza, his 48th run batted in. Martinez is not holding on Piazza. The bat that Perez broke was a redwood bat. Now he brings up a black bat. The Yankees really shut him down in the World Series last year. They made him swing at pitches out of the strike zone. He doesn't have much patience. And the 0-1. Fastball high, 1-1. Alfonso is trying to distract Rivera. He's darting down the third baseline. So the Yankees are down 1-0. We're in the top of the 10th inning here at the stadium. And the 1-1. Swung on line drive. Base hit to left field for Timo Perez. Alfonso scores. Moving to second, Piazza. Spencer fires it into Jeter. And the Mets now lead 2-0. The Mets are approaching Rivera the right way. They're not trying to do too much. They're taking it the other way or inside outing the ball. They're not trying to pull him. And that was a nice piece of hitting there by Perez.
And Rivera's had some pitches in the middle of the plate, which has helped because it's tough to do anything with a pitch that's on your hands all the time. But I agree with you. You see, Perez went the opposite way. Piazza went the opposite way. Relaford went the opposite way. All 3 hits on line drives the opposite way.
Here's Todd Zeile, 1 for 4, and the pitch is a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Looks like they get Randy Choate up in the Yankee bullpen. But by the time Choate gets ready, the 0-1. Swung on line drive, base hit up the middle. Rounding third is Piazza. They're going to send him. He'll score. Bernie flips the ball into Soriano. Timo Perez moves to third. 3 successive singles by the Mets, and they take a 3-0 lead here in the 10th inning.
One thing you have to say, there aren't cheap hits. They've all been line drive hits. Piazza to right, and Perez to left, and now Zeile right up the middle. So Mariano never struggles. I mean, it's once in a blue moon, and there must be a blue moon out there because he's struggling here. And he had 2 outs and no one on, then single, walk. The walk to Alfonso, a big one, and then 3 singles for 3 runs. And the Mets have a very comfortable 3-0 lead here in the 10th with Benitez throwing alone in the bullpen and ready to close it out.
Here's Jay Payton. He's 0 for 3 with the walk. And the pitch is a check swing and a high fastball. Did he go? No, said Fielding Culbreth at first. Payton, a .263 hitter, 3 homers and 13 runs batted in. So they were all zeros on the board till the Mets put up a 3 spot here in the top of the 10th inning. 3-0 Mets over the Yankees. And the 1-0. Swung on and chopped right back to Rivera. He jumps to get it and then flips to Martinez. They get Payton, but not before the damage has been done. 3 runs for the Mets, 4 hits, and 1 man left. All of that with 2 outs at the end of 9.5 innings of play. The Mets 3, the Yankees nothing.
Hey, yo, the DH rule stinks.
Oh, yeah? Well, pinstripes rule.
Hey, we rule.
Shut up.
You shut up.
If there's one thing folks in the tri-state area just can't agree on, it's sports.
You're a blockhead.
Hey, yo, hey, you're talking to me, hey.
If there's one thing they definitely do agree on, it's sport utility vehicles. And the best-selling SUV in the tri-state area is Ford Explorer. Its all-new design is roomier, with available 7-passenger seating, smoother, with a new independent rear suspension, lower, with easy access step-in height, and more powerful, with the strength of an available Triton V8 engine. Check out the all-new 2002 Ford Explorer, available now for just $399 a month for 36 months, with only $798 due at signing.
Explorer rules.
I rule.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, you shut up.
No, you shut up.
See your tri-state Ford dealers today, or call 1-888-556-FORD for specific lease information.
Hey, in your face.
Hey, baseball fans. Golden's Mustard has something great for the kids this summer. It's a chance for big league fun, New York baseball style. All fans 14 and under can register now to win the Golden's Visit to the Dugout contest, where you'll meet some of your favorite players in pinstripes. Look for registration forms from June 18th to July 30th when you buy your next bottle of Golden's Mustard at local participating retail locations. Enter now and don't forget to stock up on Golden's Mustard. Big zesty taste, just the right bite.
Well, we go to the bottom of the 10th inning. The Yankees will have to get a 3-run rally against Armando Benitez. 17 for 17 in save opportunities this year. He is 3-3 with a 3.49. So when the big right-hander warms, we take 15 seconds for station identification and remind you that this is New York Yankees baseball.
It's New York's official morning show. Curtis and Kuby in the morning. Curtis Sliwa and Ron Kuby. Plus news, traffic, and weather. Then at 9, John Gamblin.
News Talk Radio 77, WABC, New York City.
Along with John Sterling, I'm Michael Kay. You're listening to Yankees baseball on a lovely Saturday afternoon going into evening. We thank you for that. We hope you're having a good week and a good holiday stretch as well. It is, in effect, the July 4th weekend. The Yankees are going to need some fireworks here in the bottom of the 10th inning against Benitez. It was a 0-0 game in the 10th. Then the Mets put it together with 2 outs, a single by Relaford. He then stole second. Alfonso walked. A single by Piazza to right field. Broke the tie, made it 1-0. Perez then singles to left, another RBI. That made it 2-0. Then Zeal a single to center. That made it 3-0. And then Payton hit back to Rivera for the final out. I might have told you that they left 1 on base. Well, they left 2. 3 runs, 4 hits, and 2 men left. Spencer will lead off, and the first pitch is swung on and foul back into the upper deck, first base side behind the plate. The count 0-1. Benitez looking to pick up his 18th save. The 0-1 is a fastball high, 1-1. The last time Benitez on this mound, he might have lost the Mets the World Series. He could not hold the lead. A great at bat by Paul O'Neill. The 1-1 is popped up foul behind the plate, first base side, 1-2. And after that, everything was downhill. And the pitch. Foul back. Into the stands, just to the first base side of the screen, so everybody had a duck. Spencer today is 1 for 3, and he is 4 homers and 12 runs batted in. Benitez, 1-2. Swung on and drilled deep to center field. Giving chase is Payton. He's there toward right center, and he puts it away for the first out of the inning.
Well, Benitez is really tough. First of all, he throws so hard and has a nasty splitter and slider. You always think that lefty hitters have a little bit of an advantage that right-hand hitters don't. And the Yankees have only right-hand hitters up in this inning. Spencer took a pretty good cut, but lifted a long fly ball to center.
The Yankees are about to have their 9-game hitting or a 9-game winning streak snap. Here's Brocious, 1 for 2 and a sack. And the pitch is swung and grounded left side. Right there is Relaford. Fields wide of the bag, fires across the diamond, 2-away. So Benitez making quick work of the Yankees.
The second baseman, Alfonso Soriano.
And here's Alfonso Soriano. Well, this will even this Subway Series at a game apiece. The Yankees won the 3 games at Shea, 2 games to 1. So tomorrow the Mets will have a chance to end at 3-3 or end up losing the Subway Series. And the pitch to Soriano is a fastball high, 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch is a strike, fastball inside corner, 1-1. John Franco is poised to get the win. The starting pitchers were outstanding, both Mike Messina and Kevin Appier. Benitez is the only major league closer this year without a blown save. The 1-1 is driven out to right field, and he won't blow this one either. Timo Perez is there. He makes the catch in right center for the final out of the inning and of the game as the Mets win 3-0 in the second game of this 3-game series here at Yankee Stadium. An outstanding game, but the Mets did something that most people don't do. They got to Mariano Rivera, and the Yankees lose the game 3-0.
Indeed, they did. And we will get back in a moment. Mike will have the totals for you. And then on the postgame, we'll have highlights and scoreboard. So if you have the chance, please stay tuned. Finals today in 10 innings of play. The Mets 3 and the Yankees nothing. And from Yankee Stadium, this is New York Yankees baseball.
4 p.m. House call. Mr. Weiss just didn't sound like himself. All right, sir. Say ah. How long have you been experiencing static?
For a while.
Okay. Cough for me. Mr. Weiss, there's no easy way to say this. You have cellular.
Can't you give me something for it?
Yes. Sprint PCS. They built the only all-digital, all-PCS nationwide network serving more than 300 major metropolitan areas. It'll clear things right up.
And I can get it over the counter?
Sure. In fact, right now you can get 2,500 minutes for just $39.99. That's 350 anytime minutes and 2,150 night and weekend minutes with a 1-year Sprint PCS Advantage agreement. All minutes include real nationwide long distance.
I have a feeling this is going to do the trick.
It always does.
Sprint PCS, the clear alternative to cellular.
Hurry in to get 2,500 minutes for $39.99 a month. All minutes include real nationwide long distance. Roaming calls off the Sprint PCS network and minutes in excess of planned minutes not included. See stores for details.
Your resume is certainly impressive. Could you tell me a little about why you want to join our firm?
Are you kidding? 2 words. Healthcare.
Healthcare?
Yeah. You offer Anthem Health of New York. Anthem Health has one of the largest networks of doctors and hospitals in the metro area. With Anthem, I don't need a referral from anyone when I want to see a specialist.
I see.
And once you decide to make me partner, I can take advantage of the tax breaks with the medical savings account available from Anthem.
Well, you seem pretty sure of yourself.
Yeah.
Now, can you tell me what skills you'll bring to the position?
Well, no.
No?
Well, I'm not quite sure what the position is, but I'm willing to do anything. I just want Anthem.
To learn more about Anthem Health and Life Insurance Company of New York and the Medical Savings Account Plan, call Anthem toll-free at 1-877-ANTHEM-NY. Or for a small group quote, visit us online at anthemny.com.
Well, today's King of the Hill, it's a tie between Kevin Appier and Mike Messina. They were brilliant. Messina 7 shutout innings, Appier 8 shutout innings. They just were great. You can't ask anything more from a pair of starters. They gave you exactly what you wanted. It was the offense that struggled, so they are the Kings of the Hill. Brought to you by Burger King in the land of burgers. Whopper is king. Here are the totals. Mets 3-10-0, leaving 10 runners on. They're now 38-50. The Yankees 0-4-1, leaving 7 runners on. They dropped to 51-34. Their 9-game winning streak is snapped. The winning pitcher is Johnny Franco. He's 4-1. The save goes to Benitez, his 18th. The loser is Mariano Rivera. He drops to 2-4. The attendance here at the stadium, it's another sellout for the Subway Series, 55,589, and the time of the game, an unmanageable 3 hours and 40 minutes. And the time of the game brought to you by William Barthman Jewelers and Rolex, located at 174 Broadway in downtown Manhattan, and 1118 Kings Highway in Brooklyn. Call 212-732-0890 for details. Well, it took 10 innings. The Mets beat the Yankees 3-0. When we get back, it's the Nextel postgame show. I have the highlights. John has all the scores. Keep it right here. Once again, in 10, Mets 3, Yankees nothing. This is New York Yankees baseball.
Hey fans, listen to the Yankees, and you could win Foxwoods Resort Casino's Lucky 7 contest. You could win a night stay and dinner at Foxwoods if the Yankees play big and score 7 runs. To enter, send a postcard to Foxwoods Lucky 7, P.O. Box JAF 3210, New York, New York 10116. Or send an email to contest@thegarden.com. Entries must be received by September 17th. Enter now. Who knows, Yankee fans? It could be your lucky day.
Now we're back at Yankee Stadium where the Mets, in 10 innings, defeated the Yankees 3-0, getting 3 in the 10th inning. Here is one of the stars of the game, and that is the Mets infielder Desi Relaford. And Desi began the winning rally with a base hit off Rivera. And Desi, you've been getting a lot of base hits, and I would say this probably is the best season you've had in the major leagues. What do you say?
I guess thus far, yeah, it's been okay. My rookie year, I had a really good first half, hit over 300 for the first half, and I kind of fell off the second half. But I guess overall, just total game so far, and the limited playing time that I've had, it's turned out to be a pretty good season.
I'll tell you this: you keep hitting like this and playing like this, you won't have limited playing time. You also stole 2 bases. Tell us about the at-bat against Rivera in the 10th inning.
Well, when you go up there to face Rivera, you know what you're getting. This guy's throwing 95-mile-an-hour cutters. And, basically being on the left side, I got to cheat a little bit just to try to get the head to it, because it's a tough pitch to hit. And the first pitch, I fouled off my back knee. I don't know how I did it, but I did fouled the ball off my back knee, and the next pitch, I just somehow got the head to it. I didn't even know where the ball went, but it was a line drive. And at that point, getting on, I had to make something happen to try to get in scoring position.
Now, Desi, it seemed like everybody who got a hit for the Mets, it didn't seem like it did. Everybody went the other way. Is that a game plan against Rivera, or you just try to hit the ball hard?
Yeah, you just try to hit it. I think at that point, you're just trying to put the fat part of the bat on the ball. And, whatever happens at that point. It just so happens that, guys were going the other way, and, you have to stay inside of the ball. So I guess that's what produced the opposite field hits.
If you look at the Mets coming into this game, they had horrendous numbers like in the last 10 or 12 games with runners in scoring position. You guys obviously know that that's going on. Does that put more pressure when you guys come up with runners in scoring position?
Personally, I don't think about the stats and what we haven't done in that situation. I think, and when you get runners in scoring position, you need to bear down, try to get a pitch and get that guy in, just for the fact that we haven't been scoring runs. We've been struggling with guys in scoring position. And, I don't know if it's, in the forefront of their mind, they're thinking about it and putting added pressure. But, during the game, it's just, try to get a good ball to hit.
Well, I would imagine with the Mets struggling this way, what a great game this must be to win. You had Apier pitches hard out today, and then John Franco, and you finally, got hits off Rivera. We see Rivera every game, and he's great all the time. So that's a feather in your cap.
Right. Our pitching's been outstanding. The bottom line is we haven't been hitting, and you're not going to win games when you have no offense. But pitching's been stellar, and then for us to go out and get some, score 3 runs off, probably the premier closer in the game. It's a big mental boost for us, I think.
Our final thing, Desi, has it been tough this season? How are you guys dealing with it in the locker room? This was a team National League champions last year, and you come into the action today in last place in the National League East. How surreal does that seem?
It's kind of funny. I think a lot of guys on the team are, I don't know. I don't think they've ever been in a situation where, you're in last place or you're just, accustomed to losing so many games. Well, I've been with Philly for the past 3 or 4 years, and that's what I was used to. It's not what I like, but, I was accustomed to doing it. And I'm kind of getting that same vibe in our clubhouse, but it's, I don't know, there's more fight in it. Like, we know sooner or later it's going to happen where we turn it around. And, we're not a last-place team.
Well, Desi, we congratulate you, not just on today, but for the great half season that you're having. I hope it's a full season for you, and thanks for coming on.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate it. Desi Relaford right there. And we will go to the post game. And we'll have the highlights and the scoreboard and all that jazz for you in just a moment. Mets winning 10, 3-0. And from Yankee Stadium, this is New York Yankees baseball.